Being a new mom is challenging, but being a new mom in recovery is even more of a challenge, and not many programs allow mom to accept that challenge.
The START program was designed with two main things in mind. First was to overcome the obstacles to treatment that exist for women who are pregnant and parenting. So typically, women and their babies may need to be separated during treatment if childcare is even available. There's a barrier of transportation, cost, and insurance. So START was intentionally designed to make recovery accessible for women with those special needs.
I see everybody here is in recovery. You have your baby, you're having a baby, congratulations, and you're working on getting your baby back.
I think that's the biggest key part, is that it was the aftercare. Everything I've accomplished here, I didn't want to lose when I walked out that door.
A typical START client will be either pregnant, coming in to receive services, or parenting.
One of the strongest factors predicting outcomes for children is the amount of stress that's experienced by their parent or caregiver. Parents who are experiencing high levels of stress or don't have their basic needs met aren't well equipped to be attuned, responsive parents within that relationship. It's important when we look at intervening with infants and young children to look not only at the parent, but the system that surrounds and supports the parent.
And they do in-home services, which is great, because it's more personal, and they get to come and interact with me and the children in our home. And I get a lot of counseling and care there and case management, so it's wonderful.
We want mom to work hands-on. We're not taking over. We're showing her how to do it through her actions. In their home, the baby is there, this is their environment, they're so much more comfortable.
And we also are able to understand so much more about the mom and the child and their system because we're in their home. And we can become a part of things, and we can get a feel for what their challenges and their strengths might be.
What makes the START program unique is that we not only have doulas, but we have doulas who are caseworkers, who do the work with women who have substance use disorder.
Breathe through the contraction for me.
So a doula is a birth worker. In my job, I doula our clients through pregnancy. We provide childbirth education, making sure that they have their basic needs met. Also making sure that they explore the options of different doctors that may be more educated on providing them with appropriate care. So I'm there the entire birth if they'd like me to be. So we explore that beforehand to make sure that they're comfortable, their partner is comfortable, any other support people that they have, and that they're educated through the process so they know what's happening in the hospital when they get there.
Doulas help support the parent-child relationship by helping initiate bond before the baby's even here.
A lot of our clients have gone through extensive trauma, and we don't want to add any more trauma to that. And sometimes the hospital's scary. So having someone who's already navigated that area and can say, okay, this is what happens when we get to XYZ hospital, makes it less likely for them to be traumatized because they know what's happening next.
One of my favorite mantras is that people heal people. And unequivocally, we have the best staff on the planet.
We normalize that postpartum depression is real. Like, we're supposed to just snap back as moms immediately. It doesn't happen for everybody so quickly, and sometimes we may need additional services.
We are not a punitive program, and we also understand that just because they are using substances doesn't mean that they don't love their child.
Our work is trying to get rid of that stigma and show that they are great parents. They have the ability to thrive.
We are focusing not just on mom and her recovery, but we know through mom recovery, if mom is healthy, she's able to parent in a different way.
We view and we work with the mom and the baby, or the mom and the child as a whole, as an interdependent system that's embedded in a system of community and of culture, that the mom and the baby affect each other, they are affected by their community, and they affect their community. So it's messy, and we don't simplify that, and we don't back off that and try to just treat symptoms. We work with the relationship between mom and baby. Our client is not mom, our client is not baby, our client is the relationship between the two.
That's the most important thing, for us not to show up with the way we think it should be, but more so of how mom is envisioning it to be.
Catch it right in the beginning when mom is pregnant, and maybe she'll have the opportunity after she has her baby to not even want to venture back into active addiction, but stay clean to bond with her baby and nurture her baby. And
when we intervene early, we're able to create longer lasting positive change for the infant. We tend to think about prevention as being working with adolescents, that we're preventing outcomes during adulthood by intervening during adolescence. But really, the first 3 years are the most critical time to make changes in the life of an individual.
Our case managers, they meet our clients where they are at. So when the client first comes into us, they do a case management assessment, and the assessment again, it focuses on the basic needs. It helps us see the gap and how we can help the client fill that gap. The case managers are also good with assisting with resumes, and thankful for our donations department. Let's also get you an outfit so you can feel good when you go to present for your interview. So just working together, our case managers are really good at doing that.
Case management provides reflection, the tools to get our clients at a much better mental space.
If you could kind of reflect back onto how you're doing your wrap plan, and the broken bowl was broken, and as it was being put together with the glue, it's something beautiful. You're going to start seeing how the past starts leading you into places that you never dreamed. Like your mindset on yourself, the healing begins.
So that then they can really focus on doing the other things for themselves, attending their sessions with their clinician more regularly, because they're not worried about how am I going to get food on the table, what am I going to do about childcare so that I can go to school, where am I going to live. Once all those things are taken out of their worry, then they can really focus on healing and taking care of their children and themselves.
So the team for one client consists of a clinician, a doula, case manager, which is one person, and then our peer recovery specialist. I think one of the best parts of our program is the peer recovery support person, because I can say as a clinician, I hear you, that must be really hard, but I can't say I've been there.
What I love about my job is having the opportunity to help somebody, to guide somebody through some of the stuff that I went through.
We also have an APN. An APN is our advanced practice nurse, who is on staff, and this person can help our clients to either initiate or maintain pharmacotherapy.
Talk to you about different medication-assisted treatment. One of them is Suboxone, the other one is methadone, but I have some resources that I can give you for that.
We are a harm reduction model, and we do see medication-assisted therapy for clients who are open to that as a really important tool to maintain long-term recovery.
I love educating our clients on their options, because a lot of them feel like all these options have been taken away from them. Also advocating for them, being their cheerleader and their voice sometimes when they feel that it hasn't been amplified enough, being able to back them up. Seeing the changes in their lives that they are capable of, that they do, that you're just there cheering them on.
I have the opportunity to plant seeds. I like to say that I'm like a seed planter. I may not get a chance to water. I may not be the person to necessarily nourish, but I know that the clients that I work with, I can plant seeds, because another person on the team may be the person to water, another person on the team may be the person to nourish. And during the 18-month duration that the client is with us, sometimes we may see the full flower bloom, or it may be partial bloom, and we know that once we refer them out to other resources through discharge or whatever the next step may be, that it will continue to grow.
The continuum of care is phenomenal. To have you guys still involved here, I'm just so very thankful. I've never had support like this in my entire life.
We are working to remove the many barriers that prevent moms and their babies from achieving the transformation that they desire. One of the things that I love about my job is that it's a spiritual practice. And so my role is to see a person who is struggling and see that strength and that light in them. So when our clients come to us, they are perhaps outwardly having difficulty and struggling, but that's actually their strongest moment, where they are reaching out and there is a spark inside of them that knows, I can change and I can embrace myself fully, and being vulnerable to come to us and allow us into their lives so that we can support them in becoming aligned with the person that they are truly.